Welcome to our weekly reset with Reiki. Happy everybody's here. I'm happy to be here. So this is something that we do every Monday morning for 30 minutes, and the structure generally is that we talk about the topic for a few minutes, not for too long, about 10 minutes. And then we can move into a small bit of guided meditation and then quiet reflection. So our topic today is on grounding. So when we feel this anxiety and this worry, that this is a wonderful place for us to come and to be able to remember that we can ground ourselves. And it takes practice and it takes time. But Reiki is an energy that exists here, and certainly it is available all the time to us. We're going to try to focus it in. It's a distance healing session where we're actually using it for our own guidance, for our own openness and welcoming in of this time of grounding. So if you're new to Insight Timer, or if you're new to Reiki or to us here, me, please let me know if you'd like to, and if you have questions, please shoot them out as well. All right, so grounding, grounding is simply our connection. It's our contact to Earth. And if you think about, people come and they ground electricity, right? We have to ground to the earth. We've got to make sure that everything is secure. And so that is what we need to do, is make sure we're secure. Our first chakra, of course, is the root chakra, and that is connected to the earth. That is all about our grounding, our sense of security and safety, just taking care of all our basic survival needs. Because when we kind of know these things, right, we need those things to be taken care of before we can move on to all the goodies, other goodies in life. Now, studies are now showing that the connection to Earth is really, really important. And sometimes we talk about grounding in more general ways. But the real idea of it is true connection to Earth. Being in Earth, being in nature, moving about on the ground, being surrounded by the things that are also connected to the earth. And this actually came from the National Institutes of Health. They really do some interesting studies and exploration about different practices. And this is what some of the findings were, looking at all of the different research that's been done on grounding. That it appears to improve sleep, normalize the day-night cortisol rhythm, reduce pain, stress, and shift that autonomic nervous system, right? From going from our sympathetic, our fight or flight kind of place, into the parasympathetic, where we can be more at peace. Increase heart rate variability, speed wound healing. This was incredible. There were some photographs on their website which are remarkable. And reduce blood viscosity. So, and of course we know, I can just say, I didn't look it up, but I can also say that there's, in terms of dealing with anxiety, worry, all of those emotional reverberations, right, that we go through, grounding practice can really just take care of that. That's really about dealing with the autonomic nervous system. It's really amazing. So I'd love to hear people's thoughts on grounding and how you view it, or what your practices are, if you have them. I think that our dissociation with nature has altered our natural rhythms. We're not connected. We're in our homes with unnatural lighting, with tight, right, closed windows, without access to connect to the fresh air and clear visual sense. So, I think we don't have that ability as easily for our bodies and minds to kind of do the healing process to work the way it's supposed to. So really, I think time outside, surrounding ourselves with natural things, fresh air, living things, plants, and earth-connected growths, being outside, touching the ground, whatever that ground is. Today I made sure I went out and walked on my grass with my bare feet, just in thinking and preparation for this. And we have kind of taken, what we know about what grounding truly is, and we've created our own abilities to do that without perhaps being outside. There are a lot of practices that will ground us because they bring us down. I think of that term, come back down to earth. And I think that's what some of our grounding practices do for us as well. Things like, I love to dance, but also walk and move in general. Those are very grounding. They settle me, they bring me balance. And I feel a lot safer within myself. That's what I like to do. But I know music and singing and so many other things can do that as well. So Deb says, good morning from Boston. I have grounding mats. Thank you for sharing that, which are very helpful when I can't get outside and walk barefoot. So, and there are so many devices, Deb, that I have never used them, but I think I need to look into them. There are devices now that are grounded to the earth and you can utilize to give you that same earth connection. Deb, feel free to speak more about that. Thank you for mentioning it too. So I know mats, I know there are these pads you can put on you as well. There's connections to our beds that can help, that are grounded to the earth. So Melinda says, when I am here or meditating, I have my bare feet on the ground, on a ground leveling mat. Okay, so similar to what Deb is talking about, a grounding leveling mat. Wonderful. Lady says, hi lady, I yesterday was on the beach for 6 hours. Oh, aren't you lucky? Oh, I would like to know which beach that was. I'm going to a beach today in Westbrook. Just relaxing next to the water and putting my feet in the sand. It was so relaxing experience. I came home grounded and calm. Boy, yes, for sure. Melinda, how I would love to go to the beach. Come here. We've got beaches in Connecticut. They're different than ocean beaches, but they're beautiful beaches. They're beaches of the Long Island Sound. Melinda, an earthing mat. Very nice. I really have to look into those. And Lady was at West Haven Beach. So beautiful. The beaches on West Haven are so lovely. All right. Yes, please, and whatever else you'd like to share. So I was thinking about Earth having energy and vibration, because that's what we're all about here with our Reiki. That is energy, right? All vibrating, just like we're vibrating and everything around us is. Of course, the Earth is. And I was thinking Reiki, and also I love to use the bowls and other sound healing practices, instruments, and those are all vibration as well. And I do think that there is that is a way we can connect, because our energies, our vibrations with the Reiki energy, with the sound, perhaps even the music, brings us into greater harmony within ourselves, and also can kind of create that connection to the earth as well. I don't have my crystal bowls out because they're packed away, but even the Tibetan bowls, things are earth-based, fairly purely earth-based. So I think that connection to them is really important for grounding as well. I guess the idea for grounding is really a way to help us to feel more settled so we can move on. Sarah talking about getting a procedure done and just feeling up here, feeling up in the head, with anxiety, with nervousness, with concern, with uncertainty. And what we want to do with grounding is kind of send all of that back down, bring us down to the earth, ground us in our feet, at our base, so that we can go forward kind of more securely. And whatever I guess that is, we can do, but get outside if possible. Now, we cannot always access that, and many people can't get outside. I think about my mom, who was in a facility when she was suffering with her cognitive impairment, and she went outside, and we would take her outside, but overall her life was inside. And so now that we understand how powerful the mind is, that we can create this grounding, these images can become this real thing to our minds and bodies. We can certainly try to do that with nature and with the earth. So that's what I thought we could just focus our guided part of meditation on today. The brain believes what we tell it. It's really incredible. So why don't we go ahead and move forward with meditation now. If you are new to Reiki, I'll just be bringing in a distant Reiki transmission today. It's going to be just for our openness. If you are a practitioner, you're familiar with Reiki, go ahead and bring self-Reiki in for yourself as well. All right, now the breath, of course, can also be very grounding, right? It's something we have control over and can certainly settle and help balance our emotional states. As I learned yesterday, it only takes 90 seconds. I learned that from Stephanie. It only takes 90 seconds, right, to get things to switch off. So we're going to take a little more time than that. We'll take the next 10 minutes to focus on our thoughts of grounding and just our own meditation. So find your comfort space, whatever that is. I would kind of suggest, if you can do it today, to sit and place your feet on the floor. But if you can't, that's okay too. We'll do a visualization. But having that connection that is to the floor, or if you're outside, if you're fortunate enough to be outside, to the earth. But no matter what, everything we are connected to is also connected to the earth. So, and if you are sitting, you can try to sit as straight as you're able. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Today we will welcome in Reiki energy for our meditation time to create openness and acceptance, knowing that whatever our needs are, Reiki will be here for our highest and greatest good. So let's focus on our breath for a moment. If you'd like to use your arms or just your intention, your mind's eye, to gather up space and energy around you, we can just bring it up all the way above us as we breathe in. And as we exhale, let us pull it all the way down, pushing it through, down, all the way to our feet. And just breathing normally for a moment. And we can do that one more time if you'd like. Deep breath in. Exhaling, pull the energy, pull your own focus, pull your body movement, thought intention all the way down to your feet. Now let's use our intention, and if you're able, your visualization. And let's take ourselves to a grounding space. So conjure up a place that outside in the earth, in the world, that you would like to be, that feels like it would be a place of comfort. You can be standing and moving in this space, or you could be sitting or lying. So it could be a well-forested place with trees and lush greenery around you. It could be an open meadow. It could be a patch of grass or greenery in your yard or at a park. It could be a sandy beach or a rocky beach. It could be walking in the water or sitting in the water. It could be on a mountainside or at a mountain top. Just sense yourself in this place. And while you are here, resting or moving on the earth, on a tree stump, whatever it could be, sense the vibrations, the message, the warmth, the connection of the earth itself. Just listen with your ears, with your feet, with your skin, in any way to sense that contact, that vibration. And allow that connectivity, that movement, that vibration, that energy to just come and filter up or into your being. You can imagine it moving and floating and flowing with your breath as it gently is absorbed throughout your being and merges with your own energy. So you can now have this beautiful mixture and balance of calming, grounding substance from the earth with your own personal essence. And feel free to continue with this image if you'd like as we move on into our quiet meditation. Gently begin to deepen your breath. If you find that this is a positive place to remain for you in this meditation, feel free to remain there. Otherwise, please take your time in regrouping and rejoining us in this community.